What's up everybody, how's it going? It's Burke, aka Dansg08 here, and I decided to bring you guys out into the balcony because the weather's been improving and I realized that pretty much every video that I've made up until this point that's been like on camera has been in my room. So I wanted to kind of change things up a bit, give you guys a slightly different look. There might be a bit more background noise to this one because it's a bit of a noisy kind of place. So, I mean, the background looks kind of like spacey and empty, but noise seems to carry a lot here. So there's like some kids screaming 100 meters away. You might hear that in the background, but I feel like it might be a nice one for this video. So we're going to be talking about the 11-year anniversary of the channel, which is today. May the 4th is the channel's birthday, and it's been a total of 11 years. We've been at this since 2008, which has been pretty insane. Now, since last year was such a crazy anniversary, I mean, it was the 10th year anniversary, and it coincided with the channel hitting 100,000 subscribers. So I had the whole like vlog thing where I opened the YouTube silver play button and all this kind of business, and it was just such a big event and everything just went so well, and I was so happy with how everything panned out that now that it's like year 11, there we go, some noise. Now that it's year 11, it doesn't really feel like as effective. I don't know what I could really do I'm not going to be able to top what I did last year, and well, there's not really any kind of big thing connected to the 11-year anniversary, so I decided to kind of keep it low-key and just thank everybody for their contributions to the channel. Thank you all for watching and for supporting me for so long. I've been doing this thing pretty regularly since about 2012, 2013, where I've been pretty much just pumping out videos consistently. So whether you've been subbed for a day or whether you've been subbed for the last 11 years, thank you all so much for all the support that you've given to the channel. I really do appreciate it. I'm super grateful, and I'm very, very lucky and privileged to be able to do what I do. The older I get and the more I see how people's lives are turning out, and you know, the kind of the difficulty of having a job that you enjoy and having a lifestyle that you enjoy, that you're proud of, and all this kind of stuff, it's just so hard. And the fact that I can say that I get to do something that I really enjoy for a living, and I have this community of people all over the world that follow me, like all these amazing people that I've met over the last few years on my time on YouTube, it's just such a humbling experience for me, and I'm so grateful and happy that I get to do this, and that's all thanks to you guys. So just truly thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope to continue to make the content that you guys know and love for many years to come. That's kind of a low-key nod to the 11-year anniversary of the channel, but there's actually a more exciting and cool anniversary coming up, I think, because next month, in early June, I forget the exact date, I think it's like the 3rd or the 4th of June or something like that, was when I started my 24/7 Final Fantasy stream. Now, it's a bit of a cliche thing for YouTubers to say, like, I never would have imagined that it would come this far kind of thing, but it really is. Like, this stream is the kind of thing where I would have given myself like an 80-90% chance that it would either never make it out of the test phase, or once it did make it out of the test phase, within maybe like a month or 2 or 3 months, it would just fizzle out. People would just lose interest, they'd stop coming, they'd stop watching, they'd stop chatting to each other, we wouldn't be able to build a community, and it would kind of just fall apart, and I'd have to just say, well, you know, it was a nice experiment, but that's it, guys. But here we are 11 months later right now, and we're still 24/7. We're still getting like 50, 60, 70, sometimes 80. Sometimes we get these random spikes where we go into the 100. So it's just been such a great experience. I've made so many new friends from it. I've met so many cool people from around the world, and it's just been one of the best things that I've done. So for this, I decided to try and do something a little bit different for the 1-year anniversary of the stream. Now, up until this point, I've made a video about the stream story, and I made a video about the moderators of the stream. And all of these were kind of me in front of camera talking to you guys, and we had the little bit with the moderators, so I gave them their moment to shine and that kind of stuff. But one thing that I haven't done to do with the stream is about you guys specifically, the viewers. The people that I made the stream for, that would come in and watch and form a community, would chat to each other, would make friends and all that kind of stuff. So I had this idea of potentially having all of you guys send in videos of you wishing the stream a happy birthday, because I kind of envision this like family portrait kind of thing, because I've chatted to so many of you guys, and there's so many cool people from all over the world. Like, we have these conversations where we're like, what's the time where you are? And some person will say like it's 4 AM here, the other person will say it's 8 PM, and like we cover all of the time zones. We've got so many like different people from different walks of life, and like different life experiences, different countries and different age groups and all this kind of stuff. It's been really, really fun to meet you guys and to chat to you guys over the last year. So for this, what I wanted to do was just have a compilation of people from around the world that have been watching the stream or that want to support the stream, wishing it a happy first birthday. Now, of course, obviously, this is going to need your support. If I only have like 5 people doing this, it's going to be really lame and I'm going to have to abandon the idea. So if we had maybe like 20, 30, 50, 100 people that were sending in videos, plus me, plus the moderators and all of this stuff, we could have like a pretty nice compilation. We could cover a lot of different countries, a lot of different backgrounds, and it would be a really nice way to show what this stream has been able to achieve in terms of building a community. So for the details on where to submit your videos, I'll put that in the description. I'm not going to long out the video by talking about like technical stuff to do with that, but just like a short, maybe 10-15 second video about you wishing the stream a happy birthday, maybe like saying where you're from, like greetings from ... and just wishing the stream a happy birthday as this rooster just continues to make noise. Hopefully it's not too audible, but yeah, that would be really, really cool. And that's like the main goal that I have for the stream's first year anniversary. So I'll air it on the stream itself. I'll put it in like the playlist so that we all get to watch it together live on the stream for the first time. And then I'll put it on the channel so that we have it like archived for the future and we can kind of look back to it. And it'll be a nice memory for me and for all of us about what we managed to achieve with this stream. So that is kind of the anniversary portion of the Hangout. Another thing I wanted to mention was that I'm going to the Distant Worlds concert in London on May the 17th. I'd been to the one in Berlin on February the 15th, I think, or something like that. And in late 2017, I went to the London one as well. This will be my third Distant Worlds, but this time I'm going again with some moderator buddies. So in February, I met up with Tanya and we went to that one. This time Laura will be joining me too. So it'll be me, Tanya and Laura. And the 3 of us are going to the Distant Worlds concert in London. If you guys are planning on going, if you already have tickets, you're going to be in and around the area, do come and say hi. We don't bite. We'd love to meet some of you guys if you're around. And I just wanted to put it out there that I will be there and I'll be enjoying my third Distant Worlds experience in London on May the 17th. The final thing I want to talk about for this is the Final Fantasy X content that I mentioned in my previous Hangout. I haven't uploaded anything to do with Final Fantasy X in terms of what I spoke about in the previous Hangout yet. It's something that I still sort of have in the works, but I haven't really gotten what I've wanted out of it. Basically, I discovered something that I wanted to work with, and I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of work for that. Probably I've spent more than like 50-60 hours playing the game to try and get what I needed, and it hasn't quite worked out yet. It's not panned out as well as I wanted it to. Now, my goal was to turn this into perhaps like a mini series of videos. Maybe I could get like 4 or 5 videos out of it, maybe more. But the way that it's gone, it's not looking like it's going to turn into that kind of thing. So at the moment, it's looking more like a one video, maybe like one longer video where I talk about some of my findings and that kind of stuff. So for now, it's sort of something I'm not 100% sure about. I'm collaborating with someone on it, and I want to see if they can kind of bring something to the table and help me with it. But if they can't, and this is like the maximum amount of information I can extract from what I'm trying to do, then I will probably just make one longer video and upload it at some point in the near future. The reason I'm kind of being quite tight-lipped about this and vague is because it's something that I've not really seen on YouTube before by like more of the, you know, the quote-unquote professional Final Fantasy content creators, like people that have bigger followings, that make more consistent videos about the, oh wow. So it's something quite unique that hasn't appeared on the channel. Nothing like it has been shared on the channel before. So I feel like it might be pretty special if I can kind of get it out and get it out in the way that I'd like to. So the Final Fantasy X content in that regard is still coming, don't worry, but it's just not kind of panning out how I quite wanted it to at the moment. A final thing I want to talk about with regards to Final Fantasy X is some new content, some new legit content that I want to make for Final Fantasy X, and this is to do with modded versions of the game. Now, a lot of people have asked me about this. People have sent me like links to, I think the one I've seen the most is called Sin Unleashed or something like that. It's like a really difficult mod for Final Fantasy X apparently. And it's something that I've held off doing for a while because I wasn't quite sure how to present it. I mean, I've got Horizon Zero Dawn coming. I want to do Final Fantasy 13-3, Final Fantasy 6 after that. So I want to keep rolling with my new content, and I've always said I don't want to just turn into this one-trick pony that's just doing Final Fantasy X content all the time. And well, over the years, I've not done that. I only release maybe maximum a handful, like 4 or 5 new Final Fantasy X videos a year. So I've not really done that, but I feel like this whole mod thing might be something fresh that I can bring to the channel that will give you guys a more kind of stable flow of Final Fantasy X content without it kind of completely overpowering all of the other stuff that I'm doing on the channel. My main thing with this was I don't want to do it as an LP because I've already got my LP that I've mentioned so many times and that you guys hopefully would have pretty much all seen. I'm just so proud of it. It's such a great thing that I've done on the channel. It's something that I look to with pride. So to have like the more Final Fantasy X LPs I make, I feel like the more my first and best Final Fantasy X walkthrough is just going to get diluted with all the others. So it's not something I particularly want to do from that standpoint. But I think even more importantly is to do with time, because I've mentioned a lot of times how long it takes me to do these things, because I like to try and do it to the best of my ability, and I edit all the videos and all that stuff. If I throw in a new Final Fantasy X playthrough, like a modded version, then it's going to be like another 30, 40, 50 hours, 60 hours. I don't know how long it will take, maybe more. That's all got to be edited, that's all got to be uploaded, and that's all going to take time away from these newer LPs that I want to do for the channel. So in that sense, I don't think it's going to be overly productive to do that, and I'd like to keep moving with new stuff. So I was trying to think of a compromise on how I could do it, and I feel like one of the best ways to do this would be to just upload boss battles from these modded playthroughs. I think the benefit here would be that I don't have to go over the whole thing of going through every single area, fighting all the random encounters, you know, the cutscenes, the dialogue and all that kind of stuff, because we've covered it so many times on the channel, you know, whether it be through the LP that I've done the No Sphere Grid playthrough, I've got all the movie versions, I've got the lore videos and all this kind of stuff. So if we keep doing playthroughs where we're watching the same cutscenes and we're talking about them over and over again, I'm sure some of you guys would enjoy that, and I'm not saying I wouldn't like to do that, but I feel like there's better ways to use my time on the channel in terms of what I'd like to do. So for that reason, I feel like if I'm making these boss battle videos instead, you will get to see something new every time, because obviously the whole point of these mods is that they're changing around like the gameplay and the AI, and we're seeing things that we haven't seen before, so I'll probably have to come up with new ways to win, etc. So I feel like that would be a good compromise, because not only will you guys be getting new Final Fantasy X content, I will get to play the modded versions of Final Fantasy X that I've had an interest in for quite some time, and that way we can find like this nice balance of I can strip out all of the fat from the playthrough. So instead of like a 40, 50 hour thing, then I can strip that down to maybe like 10 hours. So it takes me way less time to edit it and get through it. And we can also get all of this new content. And I think it'll be a nice happy medium where we can all kind of get what we want from this and enjoy the content. So that's the deal with Final Fantasy X and the upcoming modded versions that I will be playing. So that's it guys, that's the Hangout 11-year anniversary. Thank you all so much once again for all of your support and all of the love that you've given to the channel. It really means so much to me, and I'm eternally grateful for everything that you guys have done to help me since 2008. Aside from that, we have the 1-year anniversary, and I hope to see the videos that you guys are sending in so we can have your beautiful faces on the channel, put in the archives and there for as long as the channel continues to exist. We have Distant Worlds on the 17th of May in London, which I'll be attending if anyone is around at that time. And finally, there will be new Final Fantasy X content regarding modded versions of the game, which I will be uploading and doing boss battles and that kind of thing from. So lots to look forward to. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.